The homie Deculturation called me out. The thumbnail was a little much, but he called me out and I wouldn't talk to him because he made some good points, right? And I was like,
all right, I gotta engage with that criticism.
Because I can learn something there. But I did say, what if I made it funny? So I decided instead of crashing out, I really do need to get ad blocker. We're gonna make a lib tier list. And I'm making this public because I want people to add to it. I was gonna make it real deep, but I wanna add to it with y'all. So I want y'all to help me brainstorm other people to put on the list. So here are the categories. At the top is guillotine proof. So guillotine proof means everybody agrees, nobody has anything bad to say about them. Purity tested means if you run them through the purity test, they're gonna take some L's. Bernie Sanders, I guess we'll start there. Bernie Sanders, normie, which is like, this is where I think the average person's politics tend to be. Tolerated centrists is, I don't know, these are people that are possible of having a good take on a good day, but you really shouldn't give them too much time or energy. Ooh, Killer Mike, that's a good one, thank you. Shit lib, I think we all know what a shit lib is. And then actually right wing is kind of self-explanatory. And then we're gonna brainstorm some other people to put in here. I guess we gotta start with Lin-Manuel Miranda. Now, I was ready to put Lin-Manuel Miranda into normie until I found out he did that beat for Lil Wayne. What is his stance on Palestine right now? What's his stance on Gaza? He performed, so he did perform for Clinton and all of them. He did perform for Obama, but who didn't? I think we're gonna give Lin-Manuel, I think normie, tolerated centrist. Nah, cause he's not a centrist. He's definitely a lib. So I think normie. I think normie is pretty appropriate. All right, Barack Obama. It's gonna be niggas mad at me. This nigga's actually right wing. This nigga's actually right wing. I wish I could put him as shit lib, but he's not. This nigga's actually right wing. All the problems the black community is having right now with our political ideology, the way we're fractured, it's not his fault, but he is emblematic and like complicit in how that happened, right? It's not even the laughing at Donald Trump part. It's so many other things. Charlemagne the God. So Charlemagne the God, I tend to think that Charlemagne gets worse than he deserves. This is tough, right? Yeah, let's have fun with it, God damn it. Let's have fun with it. Please don't remake this and put all the bread tubers on it. Oh, I got a couple I gotta add. Hold up. Theo Von, Bill Burr, top tier black character in the game. We on to something. This is why I got 1 million subscribers. I understand what the streets need, but let's keep it moving. Kamala Harris. I give Kamala Harris the benefit of the doubt. I think she's just a normal shit lib. Mostly because I don't think Kamala Harris has ever had original political opinions. Does that make sense? Like I'm trying to think of this through the most broad lens. Yeah, she's a careerist. That's a really good way to put it. I don't like putting her on the same tier of Obama because like, she only exists in the way she is because of Obama. Everything about Kamala Harris, along with like a Cory Booker, what was it, Beto O'Rourke? Those are people that looked at the Obama playbook and said, how do I reproduce that? All right, so here's a harder one. Is she just Bernie Sanders, maybe? Is that easy? She's the inverse of, she's not a normie, nah. She's not a normie. I can't do that. Cause that's giving normies way too much credit. Do y'all know normal people? Like normal people are not where AOC is. As many issues as AOC has, and I'm not here to do a bunch of the work on that. Normal is we just elected Donald Trump to a second non-consecutive term. You feel me? All right, white Jesus. Is this normie or tolerated centrist? He said shit lib. I can't kick him all the way down to shit lib. I might have to actually, I don't know. I think white Jesus is a shit lib. Y'all right. I think that's real. All right, so here's what y'all can educate me on, because I've never done this research, but I've heard that Jimmy Carter is like low-key more base than he gets credit for. Like I'm sure he was the president of the United States, so like surely he's bad in essence. Tolerated centrist, that might be it. I'm gonna put him ahead of Charlemagne though. And I guess I gotta put Jesus ahead of Kamala Harris. All right, Joe Biden. All right, so who's worse, Joe or... So Biden's worse than Obama. Biden's worse than Obama. So yeah, okay. Yeah, Biden's worse than Obama. I'm tripping, my bad, y'all. It's personal with Obama, but I be forgetting how bad Joe Biden is. All right, so JPEG Mafia. So I gotta put him above Charlemagne. JPEG Mafia can do some dope shit every once in a while, but he also will do some shit I'm like, JPEG, what was that? Low-key shit lib? Nah. I mean, everybody worked with Kanye. You can't I got 3 Kanye videos, and the first 2, I was trying not to cry about it. You gotta give people room to evolve from where they were. Is he higher than Lin-Manuel Miranda? Centrist at best. I'm gonna put him above, for now I'm gonna put him above Charlemagne. All right, Old Bread Tube. Old Bread Tube is between Bernie and AOC. Right wing, Old Bread Tube is not right wing. It's definitely not normie. Y'all have way too much respect for normies. You have way too much hope for normies. So Old Bread Tube is ContraPoints, Philosophy Tube, H-Bomber Guy, Lindsay Ellis. So Old Bread Tube is all the bread tubers who came up with Bernie Sanders. So I do know a lot of those folks, but I really do, again, as I was saying earlier, so ContraPoints is probably the icon of Old Bread Tube. And ContraPoints did such a good job of being an online leftist circa 2017 to 2021 that she's not left enough for the environment she helped create. You know what I'm saying? So it's to me, I'm never gonna be as critical as other people being in the position I am. So we'll put them under AOC. And so then we got New Bread Tube. New Bread Tube is Hassan, Noah Samson, me, cornbread niggas. Yeah, we're not taking it seriously, chat. Black Jesus is on here. Goku is on here. I feel like New Bread Tube is purity test. Is that giving us too much credit? We'll put it there for now. All right, so Twitter leftists. I made this for a reason. Twitter leftists are the only people that are guillotine proof. Nobody's getting above that. Nobody's getting above Twitter leftists. They're the only ones that are guillotine proof. All right, Black Jesus. So I feel like Black Jesus is purity tested. Normie, am I being too nice to Black Jesus? I just know I'm gonna get a phone call if I put Black Jesus under Lin-Manuel Miranda. I'm gonna do sometimes you just do the funniest thing. So the funniest thing is to put Black Jesus in the Bernie Sanders category above Bernie Sanders, right? I think that's the funniest possible thing to do. So, Bill Burr. Is Bill Burr Bernie Sanders, or is that giving him too much credit? Do I give him above Bread Tube? Bill is based. I don't know. I just know he gonna say something eventually. Is Bill purity tested? I'm not putting nobody white above Black Jesus. I'm not putting nobody white above Black Jesus. Actually, I'm gonna give Bill above Bernie Sanders. All right, Goku. Goku's shit lib at best. Am I tripping? Goku's tolerated centrist. Let's go through Goku's lore. Because Goku is completely unprincipled. He don't vote. Goku doesn't not vote out of a political ideology. He just is training. He don't do shit but train and fight. Here's why I know Goku is shit lib. If you came to Goku and said, Israel and Palestine are fighting, he would only ask about who's training. He would not have any actual analysis on it. He would ask, which army is stronger? I'll go fight them. Out of principle though, I'm gonna put him above White Jesus. All right, Piccolo. Piccolo was low-key a freedom fighter, wasn't he? I gotta Google Piccolo personality. Originally, Piccolo inherited his father's desire for world domination, destroying Goku. He's determined to prove his superiority. Piccolo's a hotel. Piccolo's a recovering hotel. All right, so Piccolo is we gonna put him above Lin-Manuel Miranda. Yeah, he never wanted to return to Namek. That's real. He didn't want to go back and plant seeds. All right, the Black Church. The Black Church, we're gonna put above. Are we gonna put them at the top of the tolerated centrist category? Shit lib, yeah, y'all right. I'm tripping, my bad. We gotta at least put them above White Jesus. No, y'all gotta peep. Eventually I'm gonna make this happen because I'm doing some Black Church stuff. That one, the Black Church was the epicenter of Black leftist movements for a good 20, 30 years. Now, the co-option that happens going into the 70s is a problem. The nonsense that comes out of the Black Church sometimes now is a problem. However, it's still a bastion of, like, if we could ever reclaim the black church, it would be over. So I can't put them no lower than Goku. They ain't never gonna give us the black church back. No, we gonna take it back, I'm telling you. We gotta do Kendrick Lamar. So Kendrick Lamar, I guess that means we have to do Drake. Steph Curry, that's a good one. Steph Curry, whole family's light skinned, and I can't trust him. I can't trust no whole light skinned family. Which also means we gotta do LeBron. And Hank Hill. Hold on, oh no, you dropped the link. Is this one You Block Light? Should I do that one? So let's see. Oh wow, that is much better. Whoa, is this what the internet looks like to everybody else? Damn, that is horrible. That is so much better. Oh, Luffy, that's easy. I'm tripping. Yeah, I should have been did that one. Which also means we gotta do it. All right, so back to the list. Snoop Dogg. I'm not gonna give y'all right wing on Snoop Dogg. I know y'all want it because he performed for Trump, and that was some trash shit. But I'm trying to be technical here because the thing I'm trying to get people to understand is that normal people suck at politics. Like most normal people are like, I guess Donald Trump isn't so bad. He's never given any other political takes. So I feel like bottom of shit lib is best. What am I doing with Theo Vaughn here? Does he go to the top of actually right wing? He's basically Gen Z Joe Rogan. Theo Vaughn literally just adopts the views of his most recent podcast guests. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right. Actually right wing, but at the top. I guess we'll put Joe Rogan in good conscience. I just can't put Joe Rogan above Barack Obama. All right, so Vegeta, this is another interesting one. Vegeta is, I used to have an alt-right phase, and then he's not right wing. He was a Hotep, right? And so I can't put the Hoteps in their like original form. Vegeta is exactly what all the right-wing incels want to happen to themselves. They want a e-girlfriend to love them through the darkness and start a family with that they instead of going to therapy. And then he became a freedom fighter. And so I gotta put him in between. I'm gonna put him below. I can't put him below Lin-Manuel Miranda. All right, Killer Mike. Now I can't put Killer Mike below Charlemagne the God. So do I need to just drop Charlemagne the God? Yeah, so I need to drop Charlemagne the God. So that's number one. So Killer Mike's problem is that he's a true capitalist. That's the problem with Killer Mike. I'm gonna put him below JPEG just because at least JPEG I feel like is more agitative to the system. You don't want the police to defund it. All I know about Steph Curry is that his whole family is light skinned and that just he's NIMBY. Okay, I gotta put LeBron above Steph Curry and above Lin-Manuel Miranda. I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble if I have Lin-Manuel Miranda above LeBron. I think niggas is gonna be real mad at me. Yes, I already see it in the chat. I'm not gonna put LeBron below Lin-Manuel Miranda. All right, I think some people know this, but some will be surprised. No, I think there's a desire to be worse about Kendrick for not doing more. Kendrick's not FBA. He's FBA curious, but he's not FBA. I think Dot is normie. Kendrick is not as radical as people perceive him to be, but he really did no fuck shit politically. You know what I'm saying? No, he's done actual work. He does a lot of local work. That's one thing when I get this Lupe Fiasco video. Like, Lupe's done a lot of work. He's not just a yapper. He's done real work. He do real shit. I wish he would have said something about what's going on in LA. All right, I'm gonna put him above Piccolo, but that's it. And that's the problem I have with Kendrick. It's not that he has bad politics overall. His politics aren't spectacular. I'm not like, whenever I do the Kendrick video, I'm not gonna glaze him for, like, I'm a low-key glaze, like, people, be prepared for this. I'm a low-key glaze Lupe Fiasco's politics. Low-key Lupe Fiasco among rappers that aren't like super radical, you never heard of them, underground socialist, rappers. Nobody's better than Lupe politically. I wish Kendrick was there, but he's not bad. He just hasn't done what I think you should be doing. Is Piccolo the gatekeeper? That's a good point. Like, if you can't outdo Piccolo, yeah, you're right. Anyway, like we give Kendrick too much credit, but he also shouldn't give too much hate. Is Drake better than Joe Biden? Yeah, no, he's better than Joe Biden. I'm tripping. We tripping. All right, I think Hank Hill is a top tier normie. I think Hank Hill becomes the tier break. No, he's not guillotine. He's not guillotine proof, but I think like Hank Hill is what, I have this thing where I say, if the worst person was at a certain level, y'all have to understand how much better that would be. Like Joe Rogan's awful, right? But if Joe Rogan was the extent of white supremacy, the world would be a much better place. So applying that same logic, if Hank Hill is the top of the tier break of a normie, if every normie was Hank Hill, if that was the worst your politics could get, do y'all know what type of wonderful utopia we be living in right now? All right, Luke Skywalker. I think Luke Skywalker's purity tested. Was he a cop? No, the Jedi weren't cops. Were the Jedi's cops? Oh no, wait. Were the Jedi cops? No, the Jedis aren't cops. Are the Jedis cops? All right, let me get back to the stream. That one fucked me up. What do we do? What am I gonna do with that? Yo, wait. Bellamy got me. The old Jedi were cops. Luke Skywalker was not a cop. And I like really, when I even go back to like Knights of the Old Republic, oh damn, they were always cops low key. He's not even a former cop. He was just trained by a cop. And right, people were like they were also healers. Oh, this is gonna start some shit. I can't. Yeah, Star Wars is so messy. But so we talking about Luke Skywalker. So what we got with Luke Skywalker? He's from the hood. He got trained and immediately joined the fucking Antifa of space. The Jedi Council before the Empire were the DNC, where everyone else were cops. After Order 66, they became kind of a mujahideen. Damn, I think I fuck with that. Oh, we might have to put him at guillotine proof. Because I'm gonna tell you what Luke did. Is after the revolution happened, he bounced. He said, he gave up power, yeah. He's the only one, he obviously goes above Twitter leftists because Twitter leftists are trash. He burned the old code, he stepped down, yeah. Shout out Comrade Luke Skywalker. Oh, but y'all had me for a second though, because I had never heard that, but like, and my soul immediately knew it was correct. Captain Shepard was a cop, right? Mass Effect, one of my favorite all-time games. Is this game not cool enough now that people even know this? Am I out of the meta? Is this Millennial Core? This was the FromSoft. BioWare was FromSoft in terms of like relevance 15 years ago. So Captain Shepard is what I think Republicans imagine themselves as. Does that make sense? What about Ashley Williams? Somebody made a good point. Shepard could be anything. That's true. Shepard could be at the bottom over here, or he could be like right around here. So I'm gonna put him above Killer Mike. So here's what I know is gonna cause beef. Where are the crystal gems? My Gen Zs, they back. I got y'all back with this one. I feel like I think crystal gems are purity tested. I never watched the whole show, but I feel like they're really purity tested. Because if my understanding is correct, people are pissed at the crystal gems because they misquoted MLK basically. Yeah, they misquoted MLK. That was basically the end of the show, wasn't it? It's like, violence is not the answer. But also they were freedom fighters and did all the right things. All right, niggas that complain about my white audience are gonna be mad at me for this one. I gotta put white Captain America above black Captain America. Because black Captain America is a black Republican. And I need y'all to understand this. Black Captain America, as he's been depicted in the MCU, I do not know how he is in the comics. Black Captain America is a black Republican. He's your uncle. So I'm not putting him below shit lib, where he just really wants you to pull your pants up and stop using the N-word. Whereas Steve Rogers is a true believer. So the way I look at Steve Rogers, one, he fought Nazis. I mean, shit, right? Let's start there. But the way I look at Steve Rogers is kind of like Hank Hill. in that the way you imagine the concept of America is where he really was at. Does he go above or below Hank Hill? I guess below, okay, yeah. All right, what the fuck is Rick Sanchez, y'all? I haven't watched any recent seasons, but I know Rick Sanchez is low-key a freedom fighter, but he's also right-wing as shit. Below JPEG, behind Vegeta. Yeah, all right, because Vegeta has a coherent ideology. When Rick Sanchez does something good, it's mostly because evil people are annoying. All right, Eren Yeager. Eren Yeager is the only true fascist on the list. All right, and so Luffy, I've only watched a handful of One Piece. Is he guillotine proof? Ain't nobody period testing Luffy. All right, Oni, chill. Okay. All right, so I can't put him above Luke though for me, but that's just me. I can't put him above Luke. Are we gonna leave it there? All right, let's see how much trouble this gets me in. On the Elden Ring, y'all. That was fun.